Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
You tuned in to another edition of Fresh Out Prison Talk. A viewer sent me this clip from Beverly Hills. A man was walking with his child and a person came from behind, tried to attack him, allegedly abduct his child from him. A good Samaritan, they said, jumped in and was able to deter the man. Somehow they said the suspect was stabbed and suffered life-threatening injuries. Police came, had him on the ground. But this is Beverly Hills, man.
Hey, call 911. Call 911.
Kidnappers.
No, I'm not.
Oh my god. Kidnappers in Beverly Hills. Oh my god. Kidnappers.
Oh my goodness.
Look, get out. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Conflict of interest. Can I search him?
Okay, please leave our treasure.
So where's the other person?
Fuck, man.
You know, Beverly Hills is a reason to do this video, but just in general, California, man. You know, when I hear the term don't Californianize my state, I'm with it 100%. I grew up in California, born and raised, love California as far as what it represented to me growing up, but I'd never seen it at this level where there's just no respect for anything lawful. It's just straight lawlessness. And they have a nerve to say that crime is going down, you know, we're doing a good job. It's bullshit, man. It's gotten to a point, man, nobody has any respect. There is no respect for the law in California. There is no respect for people's personal space, people's private space, homes getting robbed, people shooting in traffic. It's just straight disregard anything dealing with the law. And they're trying to normalize this. They have normalized it, and the people continue to vote for the people who support this. What is it? DA Gascon, who runs LA County, he destroyed San Francisco, destroying Los Angeles, and basically he just worked his way up the coast. And people are still supporting this person, man. It's not a matter of running around slamming people on the ground and just arresting everybody. It's a matter of if people felt that there was a consequence to their action, they wouldn't be doing a lot of stuff they're doing in a lot of these areas. See, they start off little by little. Let's see what we can get away with over here in the city, and then, you know, we'll start branching out. It used to be certain things were regulated to certain parts of LA County based on how the freeways divide a lot of the things in LA. For those of you who don't know, the freeway is the central divide. Some people don't go past the 105. Some people don't cross over the 105. Some people don't cross the 90. Some people don't go past the 22. You know, the 405 runs north and south. You got the 110, but everything's kind of like sectioned off, and typically certain crimes are kind of regulated to certain areas. But as of right now, man, it's everywhere. And, you know, people that still don't support the right people in office, they're idiots, man. I don't see how they still roll with this bullshit. I mean, they don't respect the people who have been taxpayers of California. They continue to tax the shit out of them. To do business there as a corporation, you get no really benefits, and it's super expensive. Housing is through the roof for a little ass house, 900 square feet in a decent area. Let's say, just for instance, Torrance, you're looking at 900,000 square feet. You're looking at what, 900,000? I mean, dude, you have no parking. And you still got to worry about somebody coming to rob you when you're not home. If you don't have a Ring camera living in LA, you can't expect to come home and not know what the hell's going on. You got to have a Ring camera. You got to have some type of protection there. And then on top of it, they make it difficult so that if you're getting robbed and the person is leaving after they robbed you, you can't shoot them in the back after they robbed you. I've heard of somebody getting robbed at the Grove, and they were off-duty law enforcement, and they were afraid to actually engage this person because they didn't want to have to deal with a lawsuit. Isn't that crazy? And I'm an ex-criminal. I'm telling you, man, some of these criminals, bro, they don't give a damn. And they just continue on a warpath, and they're laughing because Gascon, the DA out there, they giving them all a pass by design. Not everybody should be sitting in jail. There's people who make mistakes, people who do the wrong thing. But you got some of these guys are just, they're mentally, they have mental illness because they're on drugs, they got derangement, whatever it is, they just got some issues. You don't want to be, I've seen a lot of these guys, you don't want to be around them. Two, they feel there's no consequence. And then these people who decide to leave, they go to the next state and act and vote the same way they did in California. What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you go to another state and support the same dumbass policies that ruined the state you left? You come here with a pocket full of cash, you buy a house in whether it be Arizona, Colorado, Idaho, wherever you go, and you vote the same way, and you were complaining about the schools, the crime, the taxes, but you vote the same way when you move. What sense does that make? Do you like that shit? I mean, you want to bring the same bullshit. You want to escalate just like it's done in California. I don't know how they're going to get California back, man. Just to be honest with you, I don't know how they're going to get it back. They ruined that state, man. San Francisco, I grew up, man, going on elementary school, junior high school there. Great place to hang out, man. There was always homeless in certain areas, but it wasn't like it was now. It wasn't as, you had Market Street was thriving. The pizza spot, the Kaplan Sports, I think it was Blondie's, all these spots, Fisherman's Wharf, you had the clam chowder in the bread bowl, you had Famous Amos cookies down, you had all these places, man, they done tore all that up, man. It looks like Thunderdome down there when you look at the street takeovers and the people just beating up people, pulling them out their car, jumping on top of cars. It's just straight shit. It's straight shit, man. And then people still, they're like, well, I mean, how bad does it have to get for people that live in California to change the way they vote? I'm asking you guys out there, you guys from California, how bad does it have to get for you guys to say, you know what, enough is enough? Do every rich person in California have to get robbed and for every school to be indoctrinating kids, for every grocery store to have food prices through the roof for you guys to be happy? Is that gonna be enough to make everybody like, you know what? But I mean, maybe you don't care about your kids being indoctrinated. Maybe you don't care that they're pushing this way out agenda and that you have crime to the point where two little kids can't walk down the street by themselves. That's one of the things I feel blessed is where I'm at in Arizona. I see young kids riding little mini bikes and electric bikes, 6 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, through the neighborhood having fun with their helmets on. I don't see parents. Everybody's safe. There's no bullshit. Man, when I first came out here, it tripped me out because I was like, man, where are these kids' parents? I asked my wife, like, look, there's like 5 or 6 little kids. One kid's pulling his little brother in a what do you call it? A wagon. Other kid was on other kid was on an electric bike. I'm like, wow, you would never see that in California. you would be like, man, I better watch and make sure these kids can get home safe, because in California, by themselves, especially in LA, man, that shit is, you don't see it. You might see it in Orange County. You might see it in maybe certain parts of, the rich gated communities. But as far as just generally in neighborhoods, man, one of the nicest places as far as the weather, you got the mountains, you got the beach, you got the desert, but the people who run California, man, they're straight garbage, man. They've ruined that state, man, that beautiful state, and the crime. I mean, there's no respect. People, they're like, man, I'll go do a couple months and get right back out. They don't care. These people are going to jail if they do get caught, and they're getting released right back. And they're going right back and committing the same crimes. I mean, literally, this dude was walking with his son. Well, I don't know if it was his son, but it was a child. And I don't know if he had the knife or he took the knife from the suspect. But how do you protect yourself? What are you supposed to do? Beg for mercy from a criminal? Beg for mercy? A person tries to abduct your kid, they should be removed. That's a wrap. You try to take my kid, I can remove you. That's a wrap. Because if you get away, I'm not going to see my child, so why I just remove you? It's got to be something that scares these people to the point where they stop doing this shit, man. They stop trying to violate people who are law-abiding citizens, people who are just trying to live their life. You can't live your life anymore. You gotta worry about these dudes trying to jack you for your watch, running up in your house when you're not home, and then your neighbors are filming. These neighbors, man, they filming. Oh man, you're filming. Well, I don't want to get involved. They might do something to me. I mean, that's what type of program is going on. Everybody just watch and film. What are you filming for if you're not gonna do nothing, man? Oh, you film them. They had COVID. They had the mask on, the hoodies on, and it's the same MO every time. The little mask on. Once they did the COVID, man, they keep the mask on. They run with that, and they still robbing with the same. That was just an open invitation for robbery at its highest. Robbery at its highest, man. Never stopped from 2019 on. Continued. I see they're trying to, clean up Beverly Hills, but look, it don't look like they're clean. They don't have no fear. They run right through there. I mean, dude, literally broad daylight. Man, shit. If I was a politician in California, I'd clean that shit. Clean that shit up, man. You got the 23 billion was unaccountable for whatever the homeless. California, man, it's just it's a money laundering business out. Everybody running, they don't have no incentive to clean nothing up because there's money in a problem that's a business. So the homeless, everybody's got a homeless business. Everybody's running the homeless game, shelter game. It's a big scam. One of the largest economies in the world, but the biggest criminals running the state. If I'm lying, let me know. If I'm wrong, let me know. If you think that California has a great politics, great policies, you love the way they teach your kids, you love the way it smells when you walk down Santa Monica in the promenade, you smell PP and Dookie, and you like looking at people, laid out on the street, you like going through neighborhoods and seeing all the RVs parked and people just peeing and pooping everywhere. You like, traveling to Frisco and having to worry about your windows getting smashed out, or, you like seeing people overdose on drugs, laid out, dead, fentanyl. You like to see people passing out free pipes. If you love that stuff, man, hey, man, what is it? You love LA. You love Cal. You love that. And you keep voting. Keep voting for that shit. But don't take it to any other states. Stay there and keep voting for that shit if you love it. Do not move to any other states with that bullshit. Do not take that California mentality to any other states. Leave that shit there. Stay there. Be down with it. Represent it. If not, man, do something to start changing that shit. I couldn't, by myself, I couldn't do shit. It was like out there on edge. And like I said, I grew up there, loved it, lived in Southern California, Northern California. But when I've seen some of the people, man, it's like, you try to talk to them, explain, man, people are, it's an emotional thing. You can't even have a conversation with certain people because it's either they go into like this emotional trigger, or it somehow leads back to racism. You know what I mean? Crime, racism, everything. So they got it so polarized there that they have these certain fallback categories that they use to defend the state of the current state of the state. And most people are like, they don't mind until it hits their house and they get robbed. They don't. It's like they're oblivious of what goes on in other parts of the city, the crime. It's like it's just normal. Oh, this is just California. We're still, building, growing here. It's still cool, but they're cool with it. And I don't get it. I really don't get it, man. I feel like you should be able to, for one, not have your children be taught bullshit in school. Number two, be able to have a safe environment to raise your kids in. And number three, not have to worry about every time you go out, you got to be strapped with something because you might get a weirdo who feels he wants to try you. What are you going to just let somebody try you? You just going to accept being tried? Or are you going to try to bust their head and defend your child or whoever it is you have with you, your wife, your girlfriend? I mean, it's idiotic, man. The takeovers, the crime, kids, I just did a video a while back. Parents turn their kids in because the kids, they just, they're wilding out. They don't know what to do. And most of these, I imagine, basically the fatherless problem or lack of father figure, lack of male figure is one of the biggest causes why California is being destroyed. Being destroyed, man. Yeah, they still have, things going on there. I go out for car shows. I meet people still that are cool. But overall, when I look at, when I see stuff like this, and I think about the people in politics that are just running around still acting like they're doing a great job, and they treating people who are illegal immigrants, people who are basically criminals better than the people who are law-abiding citizens, that's disgusting to me, man. I don't know. Leave a comment, share the channel, subscribe, like. Let me know what you think. Big Herc 916.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in.
With Fresh Out Ministries, we're doing a new program where we're doing a takeover of a mom pop cafe or restaurant, and we're doing a pay it forward. So we're going to offer free meals at this particular restaurant or cafe, mom pop, for a certain amount of time, and we are asking that you make a donation to pay it forward so that we can continue doing this program for other mom pop restaurants and cafes, because we know that it's hard times out here. You have a lot of people that talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And so we're actually walking the walk. We've been doing it for over 11 years on social media. We've been getting shadow banned. We've been getting demonetized. So we want to give back, and this is our way of giving back to helping everybody through these trying times with this economy. A lot of churches, they got $100 billion, and you don't see them out here helping the people who are in times of need, but they're still taking in the form of donations. But how's it helping the community? We want to build a community sense where we help each other. We can all overcome. You can't sit around waiting for somebody to save you. You got to save yourself. And this is the way you do it. So by us being able to do these takeovers with Fresh Out Ministries, with the mom pop restaurants and cafes, we want to be able to film, talk to you guys, get your feedback on what's going on right now in society. Hopefully you guys find it in your heart to donate. This donation, which is a pay it forward, will allow us to do other mom pops around the country eventually. But right now we're going to be in Southern California and Los Angeles, Orange County. So hey, reach out to your local businesses there. And if you are out of town in another area and you would like us to come there, if you provide the necessary means, we will come there also and do the same pay it forward. But right now, hey, if you're in locally in Los Angeles, Orange County, hit us up, freshoutseries@gmail.com. You can also make a donation on our link tree on our Instagram
at Fresh Out Series.